And I would like to ask Bishop Mawa, as a faith leader, how best do you think we can engage the youth? How best do you think we can educate the youth about sexual reproductive health? Over to you, Godfrey. Please introduce yourself and also answer the question in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Annette. I hope I'm so audible.
Yes, you are.
And I don't understand why you started with me. I'm not a good pace setter on such an important subject to deal with. I want to first say thank you so much. Thank you so much for considering me for this panel. And secondly, I want to salute all the panelists and both of you, our dear hosts. Annette, you forgot to mention a little bit about me. I'm running and I'm a director of a faith-based mission organization called Commission International. And we've been running for the past 20 years. And
my apologies.
No problem. Our basic focus is on evangelization, leadership and capacity building, relief and aid, and lastly but not least, community development. We've strongly participated and championed some reproductive health education campaigns in the past as an organization and partially in collaboration with some other organizations and entities. And I feel so honored this morning to be given an opportunity to make a contribution in such an important matter. I've listened through the statistics that you've just shared a few minutes ago, and indeed they are overwhelming, and they are a reason enough for us to have such a panel and find solutions towards these alarming statistics and find solutions to bring them down. When I first participated in this campaign of reproductive health education, it was, I think, 2005. Our basic module, or our primary module, was the ABC. The ABC was founded by the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, and it stands for abstinence. A for abstinence, then the B is for be faithful, then the C is use a condom if A and B fail. And we did some radical campaigns in 2005, and indeed they yielded some results. I'm so glad to really announce that during those campaigns we were able to have reasonable remarks that impacted not only the central region but the whole country, because through those campaigns we were able to share a bill at Parliament that was considered, and that bill was enacted after that campaign, and it involved the anti-pornography bill in that year. And so I'm grateful to know that such campaigns that can result out of such panel, out of such discussions can end up resulting into fruitfulness in our society. So basically, to get to your question, sexual reproductive health education is very prime, and it is a key strategy for promoting a safe sexual behavior among our young people in our society. Before 1988, sexual education was not well spread. It was until when HIV/AIDS prevailed so much when there was a rampage across the whole country, and the government and other organs and bodies came in to fight against the spread of HIV/AIDS. That is when the reproductive health education became so prevalent in our society. And indeed, it was able to reach most of the corners because of the campaign that was on towards fighting the spread of HIV/AIDS. Now, to be precise, let me get to you the best ways I think faith leaders can educate the young people about sexual reproductive health. As faith leaders, our primary platform is the local churches that we lead and the mosques and our gatherings, basically. We can use these platforms at zero cost or a minimal cost to kind of proclaim an education in this regard. Under our worship centers, we have a lot of young people. These worship centers attract a lot of young people. And through them, we only need to have the right information, the right statistics to be able to reach out to these young people and impact them. Secondly, through organized edutainment youth programs, we like conferences, seminars, workshops, symposiums, and debates. Among others, we could maybe consider concerts, camps, and many others that we can use as tools to broadcast an education about sexual reproduction to the young people. Then lastly, but not least, causing a general awareness and sensitization through media platforms, especially radio and television. A lot of our churches and mosques have a lot of access to media and television platforms. When you look into our country, Uganda today, you will notice that we have a lot of religious television stations. I think, if I'm not mistaken, over 20 religious television stations and radio programs are ongoing. And secondly, we could also consider publishing informative materials, handbills, brochures, where such information can be dispersed to the young people. And lastly, the use of what is presently influential, the social media platform. I think through the social media platform, we can do a massive outreach of spreading all the information that we need to spread to the young people. Thank you. Thank you, Annette.
Thank you so much, Bishop. Wow, you have given us several tools that we can use to, to bring those numbers down surely.